The Shaw family's biological daughter, there can only be one.
If I could start over, I'd never try to earn my family's approval again. Or be so weak and submissive. No. I didn't plagiarize. I didn't copy her work.
Sister, how could you plagiarize my painting?
Shameless. Doing this in a national contest? Stealing your sister's painting.
Even if you've been away for years and just returned, you can't let your jealousy of Sydney make you do this.
I didn't copy. Dad. Mom, please believe me, I really didn't.
Don't call me Mom. I don't have a daughter like you.
The evidence is clear, yet you still lie. You really are a classless brat.
Look at Sydney's painting. Even if you copy, you can't match Sydney's talent.
Why is it identical to my painting?
Sister, how can you lie through your teeth? Clearly, I'm just a better artist than you. You can't even copy properly.
It's impossible for them to be identical. Impossible.
You've disappointed me so much. How could I have a daughter like you?
Dad. Do you not believe me either?
It's one thing not to admit your mistakes, but how dare you talk back to your father?
Oh, Dad, please don't hit my sister. She was probably just jealous of me growing up. And with your love, so she copied me to get your approval.
Sydney, don't speak for her. She's just a lowlife with no manners.
I don't have a daughter like you. Get out of the Shaw family this instant!
Dad. Mom. Why? Why does nobody believe me? Why? Why won't anyone believe me? What's the point of living?
Sister, I believe you. Wow, this is a great painting. It's all thanks to your idea. It won me the championship. Ha ha ha.
How did you paint it before me?
I knew it. You'd be curious. How's about how I copied your work? To tell you the truth, I can see right through the board. I can see your creation clearly.
X-ray vision? Then why steal mine?
Steal? Why do you get to have such talent? Why are you the Shaw family's biological daughter? You think you deserve what you have, but when I want it, it's stealing?
You want it too? You could have worked for it. Why steal my championship and frame me for plagiarism?
I won't allow it. You came back to take everything that belongs to me.
I never wanted to steal anything from you. I don't care about being the Shaw heiress. I just wanted a little love from my parents.
In your dreams, the Shaw family's biological daughter, her can only be me.
If I could do it over, I wouldn't be so weak just for their approval. I've been reborn. I'm back before the competition where I was framed. In my past life, I craved family love, but was framed by them again and again. In this life, I won't shed another tear for them. I'll take back everything that's mine. I'll make them pay for what they've done.
Sister, Dad is talking to you. Don't pretend you can't hear him.
Don't touch me.
How rude.
Mom, don't blame her. She just returned to the Shaw family and doesn't know the rules yet. Sister, what's wrong?
I said don't touch me.
You brat. How dare you hit your sister? You have no heart.
I asked you to look out for Sydney in the competition, yet you hate her.
Me? Look out for her? Why should I?
Are you just jealous of your sister?
Jealous? She studied under masters for years with no results. What's there to envy?
You! Sister, if you want to win, I can just let you have it. No need to be so mean.
I may have been gone for years, but I'm talented and capable. My past works won awards, which is why I was invited to enter this competition. You're letting me win? Even if I paint with my eyes closed, you won't win. After all, Mom and Dad had to buy your way in.
You! How dare you expose me like that? Sister, how could you say that about me?
You brat! How dare you frame Sydney like that?
You're such an embarrassment. Humiliating your sister in public is a disgrace to the Shaw family. This is being live streamed. Stop talking nonsense.
I'm talking nonsense? Sydney, what do you think?
Sister, you don't have to like me. You can even bully me, but please don't target me in public. Ah,
Cynthia, you hit her again. You're so heartless. Are you just jealous because she's more talented?
don't say that. Sister, if hitting me makes you feel better, then go ahead. Just please, don't upset Mom and Dad anymore. Ah,
You asked for this.
you actually hit me? Ah,
It's just water this time. Keep acting like a bitch, and you won't like what's next.
You brat. All you do is bully your sister.
I should have never brought you back to the Shaw family.
Finally, you've said something right. Had I known, I wouldn't have let you humiliate me for family.
Cynthia! Have you lost your mind?
If you're crazy, quit the competition. Stop embarrassing us.
Fine. I'm withdrawing right now.
no.
Fine. I'm withdrawing right now.
No.
Sydney, what does her quitting have to do with you?
Mom, you can't quit the competition.
Oh, I'm quitting. Why do you care?
Sister, you practiced painting for years. Wasn't it to prove yourself? Don't miss this chance over a family spat.
Sydney, you're just too kind. After how she treated you, you're still looking out for her.
What will I do if she really quits? I can't paint. I'm relying on copying Cynthia. Sister, you bully me. You copy me. None of that matters. But you won't win if you quit. Wasn't winning today your biggest dream?
It used to be. But now, I don't care.
Sister, you worked hard to qualify. It's starting soon. How can you give up?
You seem really eager for me to join? Or is it that you can't paint without me here?
No. E, how could I not be able to paint? I just don't want you to waste this chance.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, sister. I know you're mad at me, but don't tear up your permit.
I won't tear it. Fine then beg me.
Sister, there's no need for this.
Isn't it enough that you're embarrassing yourself here? Why drag Sydney into it?
Cynthia, is this any way for a sister to act? You're competing, yet your sister has to beg you.
5 minutes until the competition starts. Non-competitors, please leave.
5 minutes left.
Sister, I'm begging you, please?
Oh my. Look how dirty the floor is. Looking at you ruins my mood. Clean the floor first.
Fine.
Cynthia! Your sister's hands are for painting. How dare you make her mop?
I didn't make her mop. I thought she'd just call a cleaner. Who knew she was so stupid?
Hey, our Sydney is a gifted genius. You dare call her stupid? You're the one who's stupid.
I'm stupid? Fine, I'm leaving. Have fun without me.
Wait, sister. I'll mop it for you. Won't that do? Don't leave.
Go get some water for the brushes.
Okay, as long as you don't quit, anything is fine.
This is too much.
Is
Is the bucket clean? Get the water.
Fine. I'll wash it again until you're satisfied.
Cynthia, can you compete or not? If not, get out. Why order our Sydney around?
You're right. It's just a competition. I kid?
Mom, stay out of this. Sister, calm down. Don't be so impulsive.
These brushes are so dirty. How can I use them? No sense at all. I wonder how your parents raised you.
Cynthia, you just wait. After this, I'll let the world know you're a thief. You'll never show your face again. Fine, I'll wash them. Spotless, I promise.
Hey,
Is this enough? Sister.
The competition is starting. Contestants, take your places.
Okay. Let's get started then.
Cynthia, you finally fell for it. As long as you compete, I can win using your ideas.
In my past life, you framed me and killed me. Now that I'm reborn, I'll win this competition and ruin you.
This competition's themes are portraits and landscapes. Contestants, please choose your focus.
Oh my, it's a tough choice. Sister, what are you going to choose?
None of your business. Are you going to pick the same thing?
I'm just curious. I wonder what you'll pick with your skills.
Portrait.
Oh, what a coincidence. I was planning on portraits too.
Can't you paint without copying my theme? Always sticking to me and picking the same thing.
Enjoy it while you can. We'll see how long that lasts.
All right, contestants, the competition begins now. You have 3 hours. The countdown starts now. You may begin once you've chosen your theme.
No matter what you choose, I can see it, and I'll finish before you. Maybe I'll even make it better. What's going on? All that time and she only wrote her name? What's happening? Why isn't Cynthia painting? Sister, why aren't you painting?
If I finish early, will it give you time to copy? I'd rather take my time and play with you for a bit. I'm thinking about how to mix a color.
Which color? I can help you mix it.
Skin tone.
Skin tones are hard to get right. Let me do it.
No? Too pale.
It's okay. I can change it.
Still too light.
Then tell me, what kind of person are you painting? I'll compare it with mine.
I haven't decided, but definitely not this pale.
No problem. I'll make it a bit darker.
Still not dark enough.
Is this ever going to end? How dark do you want it?
How can you be so stupid? I want an iridescent white. Iridescent. Mix it for me now.
Sister, stop fooling around. Just start painting, okay?
I'm not fooling around.
Why isn't she worried at all? I can't exactly force her to paint. Sister, I'm begging you. Please just start painting.
What's the rush? Are you afraid I'll turn in a blank paper?
No. How could you do something like that? I'm just afraid you won't finish in time.
Oh,
goodness, I should have made her quit the competition. She's just sitting there doing nothing.
This is a complete humiliation for the Shaw family.
so what? Even if I turn in a blank paper, I'll stay for the full 3 hours.
What? You're really turning in a blank paper? Sister, why haven't you started? Turning in a blank paper?
If I turn in a blank paper, what's it to you?
Sister, Dad will think you're embarrassing the Shaw family again.
It's fine. Focus on your own work. Try to make the Shaw family proud. Good luck.
Cynthia, painting or not?
What's the rush? Sydney hasn't started yet either.
You always have to talk back. Your sister is brainstorming.
I'm brainstorming too.
Sister, stop being mad at me. Please just start painting.
Mind your own business. Leave me alone.
The competition is halfway through. Contestants, please manage your time wisely.
Sister, there's only an hour and a half left. If you wait any longer, it'll be too late.
Fine. I'll start painting then. Sydney, you'll have something to copy now. You must be so happy you'd set off fireworks.
Great. Cynthia finally has to paint. I'll expose her plagiarism at this big competition, ruining her reputation for good. I can see everything you're drawing, and I copy even faster. Cynthia, soon, everyone will despise you for plagiarism.
Plagiarizing and framing me? The tables will turn on you soon.
Cynthia, you actually have some talent. A portrait? I can't believe you're drawing this person. I must admit, the artistry is impressive.
She fell for it. Sydney, you won't frame me for plagiarism again. Or steal my championship.
Cynthia, I'll finish first. How will you compete then?
15 minutes until the end.
Sish, I'm finished.
In all my decades of work, it's my first time seeing such a bold portrait. To create such high-quality work, it's both artistic and meaningful. So creative and profound. Wonderful!
Studying since childhood really paid off. Incredible skills.
Sister, I'm already finished. How about yours?
If you're done, you're done. Why do you care?
Sish, I'm reporting Cynthia for plagiarism.
Plagiarism? You're reporting me?
That's right. Your drawing is exactly the same as mine. I knew you'd copy me. That's why I finished early.
They really are identical. Cynthia, you're not even finished. How do you explain this?
Explain what? Me? Plagiarizing? I'm not finished. Yet you say they're identical?
Not finished? What's left to do? Cynthia, what are you playing at?
Stop lying through your teeth. Anyone can see your work is identical to Sydney's. The facts are right here. Stop making excuses.
You've completely shamed our family.
I told you. I'm not done yet. Why judge so quickly?
Even if you haven't finished yet, the composition and lines are just like Sydney's work. Plagiarizing in an international competition? Do you want to be banned from the art world?
I didn't plagiarize.
She stalled on purpose so she could copy me after I finished. I submitted early just to prevent her from copying.
You're a disgrace. I'll teach you a lesson today.
Teach me a lesson? I haven't even finished yet. Still putting on an act like you're doing God's work? Even in this life, the Shaw family members still favor Sydney. They treat their daughter poorly.
Sister, if you liked my idea, you could have just told me. I'd have given it to you. Why make it awkward for everyone?
Your idea?
That's right. Oh, you don't know. A few days ago I told her at home. I wanted to paint a portrait like this. I even described my whole idea to her.
Sydney, lying and framing me will bring bad karma.
Hey, Cynthia, don't speak to Sydney that way.
I said I'm not finished yet. My painting won't look anything like hers.
Only 5 minutes left. Do you think we're blind?
Oh dear. Only 5 minutes left. It's too late even if you redraw it.
I don't need 5 minutes. 1 second is enough.
Ah,
Hey, Cynthia, are you crazy?
This. It's impossible. Cynthia's painting changed. A miracle. This is a total miracle.
Everyone, this is the painting I truly intended to create.
I actually witnessed the birth of art. It truly is artistic.
Master, don't get excited yet. Don't you think Cynthia's painting is off topic?
Right, Master. My sister's painting is off topic.
You're really determined to smear me, aren't you?
Isn't it? You chose portraiture, but look at the result. You painted both portraits and landscapes. If that's not off topic, what is?
It does seem to be off track.
Sister, you can't have two themes in one painting.
I'd say, since she's off topic, she gets no score.
Theoretically, going off topic means 0 points, but this painting is excellent elsewhere. I can't decide right now. President Zane set the topic. Let's wait for President Zane's verdict.
President Zane, the Grand Master of the Art Association. Master Zane.
Since it's President Zane's topic, the requirements will be even stricter. Her work will definitely get no score.
Whether I can turn things around in this life depends on this painting. Conquering the famously strict President Zane? Don't worry, I couldn't have gone off topic. Reborn, I naturally know what the real topic is. I'm likely the only one here who knows. This competition has a hidden prompt.
Sister, I heard President Zane is notoriously strict. He hates rule breakers the most.
Indeed, it's a masterpiece, but clearly off topic.
Sid, please rest assured. I'm confident President Zane will definitely like this painting.
Still confident?
How arrogant. How can you brag like this? You should learn from your sister.
Exactly, sister. It doesn't hurt to learn some manners. I heard President Zane hates students with bad character. Your arrogance will only make people dislike you.
Ha ha ha. Sydney is right. Being so ill-mannered will get you in trouble out there.
I said I'm not off topic, so I'm not.
President Zane, did you call with instructions? What? Okay, President Zane watched our stream and is very satisfied. He wants to come in person to take the Shaw heiress as his disciple.
The Shaw heiress? Does he mean me?
I can't say for sure. President Zane only said he wants to take the Shaw family's daughter.
President Zane, hasn't he stopped taking disciples for years?
Yes, but he's making an exception for a final disciple.
To take Miss Shaw? So, did President Zane say anything? Who he's taking?
Well, President Zane only said he'll take Miss Shaw, the one who paints well.
Excuse me, sir. The Shaw heiress is clearly our Sydney.
That's not necessarily true.
How is it not? Do you think President Zane would take you as an apprentice? You're not worthy.
I'm not worthy? Then tell me, why am I not worthy?
Sid, I've been studying painting since I was a child. My family has put so much effort into my training. I've also been trained by prestigious masters since young, although my sister has never learned anything.
What? Cynthia hasn't learned painting?
Oh dear, sister. It's my fault. I accidentally let it slip.
Sid, it's true, I've never learned painting. Before returning to the Shaw family, I was a stray and couldn't even afford food. I couldn't afford lessons.
All right, let's move on. This painting might indeed be off topic, but President Zane said he'll take the Shaw heiress.
The Shaw heiress. Of course it's our Sydney. Sydney is also the Shaw heiress.
That's true.
Heaven is helping me! You're off topic. This honor of being his final disciple can only be mine. Ha ha.
Mom, we're both daughters of the Shaw family. Why are you always on Sydney's side?
You brat. What are you talking about? It's all because of you. You want to compare everything with your sister. In this competition, I think you studied in secret just to challenge her.
What did I take from her? I wandered the streets for over 10 years. She's the one who stole my life.
Sydney has been raised by my side for over 10 years. And you? You're just a wild brat who learned bad habits outside.
Cynthia, why are you so narrow-minded? Can't you just tolerate your sister?
Me? Narrow-minded? Right. In this family, everything I do is wrong. But everything Sydney does is right. If that's the case, why did you bring me back?
Cynthia, honestly, bringing you back was a huge mistake.
I think so too. The Shaw family only needs Sydney as a daughter. Why bother bringing me back?
Sister, how could you say that? You'll hurt Mom and Dad's feelings.
Drop that fake act of yours.
Sister, I'm doing this for your own good. Don't worry. Even if I become President Zane's apprentice, I won't look down on you or disown you as my sister.
I'm not worried at all. You won't be his student anyway.
Cynthia, you've gone too far. If you ask me, the championship should belong to my Sydney.
Mom, how could you tear up my painting?
I tore it. So what? Between the plagiarism and being off topic, it deserved to be torn.
Mom is doing this for you. Getting caught is such a disgrace.
For my own good? Then why don't you tear up Sydney's painting for her own good?
You dare talk back. I've been too kind to you.
Too kind to me? Fine. Anyone else can have this kindness. Since you all take her side. From now on, I have nothing to do with the Shaw family.
Sister, if you say that, you'll really be kicked out of the Shaw family. How about I beg Mom and Dad for you? If they forgive you, then you can stay the eldest daughter of the Shaw family.
Are you out of your mind? I'm the biological daughter coming home, yet I need help from an outsider like you?
Sydney, you are our precious daughter. She's the outsider.
Fine, fine. I'm the outsider. The biological daughter is an outsider. Your Shaw family is truly pathetic.
Since you look down on the Shaw family so much, don't ever come back.
Cynthia, you're an adult now. Think before you speak. Don't go back on your word later.
I'll never go back on it. With family like you, every second in the Shaw family makes me sick.
Since that's what she said, from now on, Sydney is my only daughter.
Starting now. Shaw family, Sydney is the only heiress.
Right. Cutting ties with the Shaw family is fine, but you must apologize to Sydney.
You won't stop until my name is ruined, will you? Now you're even accusing me of plagiarism.
Plagiarism is plagiarism. Too cowardly to admit it?
You believe whatever she says, then I'll say she copied my painting.
Get your head checked. From where she sat, how could she copy you?
Who can say for sure?
She almost guessed it.
This is absurd.
Hey, you're here.
Yes.
Oh, President Zane, we've been eagerly waiting. You finally arrived. You there, quick, come over here. President Zane, weren't you looking for a final disciple? These two are the Shaw family's daughters.
Enough. The paintings first. Let me see.
President Zane, hello. President Zane, this is the chairman of the Shaw Group. President Zane, look at my daughter's painting.
So you are the Shaw family's daughter.
President Zane, hello, I'm Sydney. Oh, this is the painting I just did for the competition.
It's quite good.
Oh my daughter. She studied painting since childhood.
Not bad. Good technique. No wonder she produced such good work.
Then, President Zane, do you mean Sydney can be your student now?
Who said I was taking her as a student?
What? But President Zane, you clearly said her painting was good.
To May. Not bad. Means the same as just okay.
President Zane, what do you mean by that?
Can't you understand me? I'm not looking for this painting.
This? President Zane, what do you mean by that? You clearly said Sydney's painting was good. You're looking for the Shaw family's daughter. Our Sydney is the Shaw heiress.
She is indeed the Shaw heiress, but this painting isn't the one I want. No. Isn't there one with landscapes and figures? Where is that painting? Bring it to me.
Well,
Is there a problem? I just want to see a painting. Why is it so difficult? That painting, where is it now?
it's in Cynthia's drawing board.
On the drawing board. You are Cynthia?
That's me.
Your painting. Let me see it.
This painting. I'm afraid I can't show you.
As an artiste, do you have no confidence in your own work at all?
Because this painting has been torn apart by my family.
Cynthia was accused of plagiarism by her sister, and it was a bit off topic. Just now, during the argument, it was accidentally torn up.
President Zane, I'm truly sorry. For showing you a ruined painting?
If you're sorry, then get it out of here. It's an eyesore here.
Right, sister. How could you show President Zane such a painting?
Tell me about your creative process.
My idea might be a bit bold. Since the theme required landscapes and figures, I thought I'd take both and integrate them.
What a talent. This painting is incredible. The details are perfect, so full of emotion. Who tore this painting?
Ahem. I did.
You have no eye for art. Would you be willing to be my student?
What? President Zane, becoming your student, is what I've dreamed of my whole life.
Call me Master from now on.
Thank you, Master.
President Zane, this painting wasn't shown to you initially because everyone here thought it was off topic.
Yes, President. Her painting really doesn't fit the theme.
Off topic? What was the theme I set? Repeat it for me.
The theme was figures and landscapes.
So, how is it off topic? There are figures, there's scenery, and the integration is perfect.
In that case, this painting was done exactly according to the requirements.
Not only was it done, but it was done brilliantly.
But this painting was plagiarized.
Yes, President. Look closer. She stole this painting from our Sydney.
Plagiarism? A painting of this quality. Try and copy it then. Think before you speak. Don't say such things in front of everyone.
Cynthia has been starving since she was a child. She's never even studied painting. How could she paint something like this?
That's called talent. Plus, a little bit of luck. Not just luck, but the courage to start over.
You mean you've never had training and rely solely on talent?
I started painting once I had the tools after returning to the Shaw family.
Unbelievable. A painting like this was created entirely through talent. I can't imagine, if you had a teacher's guidance, what great achievements you'd reach.
You're all talking nonsense. Cynthia, you're just making things up. Talk about nonsense. This painting is copied from our Sydney.
I'll say it again. I didn't plagiarize. May whoever plagiarized be struck by lightning. Can't you understand plain English? There are so many people here. Stop acting like a fool and causing a scene.
Sister, how can you say that? Our parents are so good to us, but you're using their lives to swear.
I didn't plagiarize, so of course I dare. But what about you?
Sister, those words, I could never say them. President Zane is here today. Sister, if you're still angry, just hit me again.
Cynthia, why did you push her? Sydney, are you okay? You're so heartless, bullying your sister over and over again.
For God's sake, I didn't even touch her. She fell on her own.
You're still framing Sydney? Your mother is so kind. How did she raise such a vicious daughter?
I haven't even called you blind yet, and you're calling me vicious? What kind of father are you?
President Zane is right here. If you keep being so disrespectful, President Zane will have security kick you out.
Sister, it's all my fault. I just lost my balance and fell.
Finally, you're telling the truth.
So, sister, you don't need to apologize to me for this, but you must apologize for stealing my painting.
The painting is mine, and you say I stole it?
Sister! You stole our parents' love and brother's care? Since you just got back, I won't hold it against you. But now, you want to steal my creation? And also steal President Zane's apprenticeship?
First of all, I didn't plagiarize.
Calm down and talk. What if you scare Sydney with that loud voice?
Isn't this embarrassing enough already?
Fine. It is my creation. I am my parents' biological daughter, yet you say I'm stealing. With your talent for twisting the truth, you should focus on mixing colors instead.
You? Why are you so petty, even if it's yours? So what? Why not give it to your sister?
Oh, so I'm petty? Just now, you told me not to regret cutting ties with the Shaw family. Now you're saying she's my sister again? What? Is it because the president accepted me that you want to suck up to me?
My apprentice is so straightforward. I like it. There's an art exhibition next week. If you're free, come with me to create a painting together.
I'd be honored. Thank you, Master.
All right, between us, there's no need for such formalities.
She's getting all the benefits. Being the last apprentice and co-hosting an exhibition, she's really going to take No, I won't allow it. Mom, sister, has been taken in by President Zane as his last disciple, and they're even co-hosting an exhibition. We can't just cut ties with her like this.
Sydney is right. This ungrateful brat, now that she's successful, she wants to abandon the family and enjoy it all alone. In her dreams, call her and tell her to come back.
Cynthia, come home when you're free. What your mom, sister, and I said at the venue was just out of anger. No parents would actually cut ties with their daughter.
Speak up. Why did you call me back?
Sister, what are you talking about? This is your home after all.
Exactly, Cynthia. You can't really disown your own father.
You're the ones who threw me away. Now that I'm useful, you want me back? You people are so thick-skinned.
Cynthia, it's not like that. If you just come home, Dad will make it up to you. From now on, your allowance. Dad will double it for you. What are you laughing at, Cynthia?
I'm laughing because you're all ridiculous.
Don't you believe me? I'm really increasing your allowance. Is double not enough? How about triple?
Even 100 times wouldn't matter. Who cares? Anything times 0 is still 0.
Zero? What do you mean? Stop pretending. All these years in the Shaw family, did we never give you an allowance?
Impossible. Sydney got at least 200,000 inches pocket money every month and huge red envelopes for holidays. How could you not have any?
Oh, that reminds me of when I first came to the Shaw family.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. So, Ilzy, I'll spend my birthday with my classmates this year.
Our Sydney is all grown up now. For the new year, Dad wishes you happiness every single day.
Thanks, Dad.
Go ahead, Sydney. Have a great celebration.
Dad arranged it all yesterday. As for the red envelope, I had Nanny Summers put it on your nightstand.
For birthdays, there are red envelopes?
Yes, it's a Shaw family tradition. Mom and Dad give out gift money on birthdays. The older you are, the more red envelopes you get. I got over 100,000 this year.
Over 100,000? How big must the envelope be to fit all that?
Cynthia, you've only been home for a month. Next year on your birthday, Dad will give you a red envelope too.
Dad, my birthday was already the day before yesterday.
Oh, your birthday passed? It's okay. Next year, Dad will definitely remember next year. Well, you were away for so many years. Dad's still not quite used to it.
Later on, forget about birthday red envelopes. I haven't even seen any living expenses.
Hey, what do you mean by that? Never gave you living expenses?
Why are you looking at me? I'm not the one in charge of household expenses. Nanny Summers, come here.
Impossible! Never gave you money? How did you survive those years?
Sir, the young lady tutored neighbors after school to earn money. When she came home early, she'd even collect recyclables to sell. That was supposed to be my extra income. But the young lady was so pitiful, even as a nanny. I couldn't bear to compete with her.
Since returning to the Shaw family, I spent none of the Shaw family's money, nor occupied a single room of the Shaw family's. You should be satisfied with a daughter like this. And yet, for the sake of an adopted daughter, you keep finding ways to pick on me. Every time Sydney is unhappy, it's blamed on me.
How can you say that?
If I don't say it, then how should I? You're still protecting Sydney. I just don't understand. Is she your adopted daughter or your biological daughter?
What do you mean? What biological daughter? Honey, we only had this one brat.
You only had one? How many did you really have?
Cynthia, what do you mean? How dare you question your own mother?
Why are you panicking? I trusted you, but your panicking says otherwise. I'm starting to get suspicious.
Sir, I want to report Madam for hiding the truth about the second young lady.
The second young lady? What did you say, Nanny Summers?
The second young lady is the child of Madam and another man.
Nanny Summers, what are you saying?
Nanny Summers, watch what you eat. But don't talk nonsense.
Master, I wouldn't dare lie.
Nanny Summers, you've been with us for a long time. I believe what you say. Go ahead.
Sir, I wouldn't dare lie. With the Shaw family 20 plus years, I've been hard-working and honest.
Shut up, Nanny Summers.
Madam, even if you threaten me again, I must tell the truth.
Who knew? Just got back and I'm already watching a show.
Sir, the second young lady, she is Madam's biological daughter. That year, you were abroad for business and didn't return.
When I returned, Sydney was already home. You told me you said you couldn't bear losing Cynthia and adopted a 6-month-old girl from an orphanage out of grief.
Yes.
Shortly after you left, Madam's belly started to grow. Soon after, she stayed with her parents for a long time. When she returned, she had the second young lady with her. I didn't believe it at first, until I heard Madam talking to someone on the phone about it.
You!
No, this isn't true. You must be lying.
Tell me yourself! What's really going on? Don't try to fool me with lies.
Honey, I was wrong. I really made a mistake. When you went abroad back then, I just had a moment of weakness and made a mistake. I was going to terminate the pregnancy, but I just couldn't bear to.
A moment of weakness? You let the Shaw family raise her 20 years.
I'm really sorry, honey. Please. Think of our 30 years as husband and wife. Pare me. Oh, Sydney. Sydney is innocent. She doesn't know anything. Please don't take it out on Sydney.
Wow. Quite the mother-daughter drama.
Treat my wife's daughter from an affair as my own? After 20 years, you tell me not to be angry.
Dad, I've served you all these years. I've always been obedient. Even if you leave, Mom, don't abandon me. I'll be even more obedient from now on. Don't kick me out.
I have no daughter like you.
More obedient? You just want to stay in the Shaw family and keep what's mine. Let me tell you, she treated Sydney way better than me. Tell me, maybe she loved Sydney Shaw's father more?
Speak! Who is that man?
Dad, this isn't true. I'm the Shaw family's adopted daughter. I'm not her biological child from an affair.
Stop calling me Dad. I don't have a daughter like you. I'll decide after investigating. If she really is yours, then take your precious daughter. And both of you get out of the Shaw family.
No. With the Shaw family 30 years, I worked hard for this family. How can you kick us out? Impossible. That can't happen.
Dad, for over 20 years, I've always seen you as my real father. Even if you don't want Mom, you can't disown me, Dad.
I'm ordering a paternity test right now. Once the results are in, pack your things and get out.
You're so heartless. 30 years of marriage. Thrown away for an outsider?
Outsider? Me? You're calling me an outsider? You've really redefined shamelessness.
Enough. Nanny Summers, take Madame Shaw back to her room.
So, how does it feel to be all alone? Feel good? Since I returned to the Shaw family, I realized, in your eyes, only the Shaw family and its reputation matter. You don't care if your own daughter is bullied or mistreated. As long as you don't embarrass the Shaw family.
You're right. The reason I favored Sydney so much was because I thought she could win the competition and bring honor to the Shaw family.
But did you ever consider that I could win too? I'm talented and deserve recognition. I could make you proud too.
Are you lecturing me?
You're beyond help.
Sid, miss, something happened to Madam.
What happened?
It looks like it might be suicide.
Gosh, scared me to death. Didn't they say she was dead? I thought she'd come back to life. Almost scared the life out of me. Then again, someone like her would never actually kill herself.
Mom is like this, and you're still provoking her? What are you up to?
Just because you lie doesn't mean others can't speak the truth.
What's your attitude? Why did I call you back?
Why? To watch the drama? Why else would I be here?
This is the file I just printed.
Could it be?
Divorce papers.
Dad, if you and Mom really divorce, can I stay with you?
What a loving family.
No, I don't want a divorce. I won't sign. I'm one of the people of the Shaw family. In death, I'll be in the Shaw family grave.
Wrongdoing must be punished. She is your cause, and this is your effect.
Just sign it!
I won't sign. I won't divorce. My daughter is still in the Shaw family. You can't kick me out.
I'm not entirely heartless. You can take these assets. It's enough for the rest of your life. But what you did is truly disgusting. I never want to see you again in this life.
I won't sign it. As long as I don't sign, I'm still Madam Shaw.
Mom, just sign it. Divorcing Dad is better for everyone.
Sydney. Whose side are you on anyway?
That's a strange thing to say, sister. Mom did something wrong. Of course I'm on Dad's side.
Isn't it because your dad is richer?
Of course it is, because the Shaw family is richer. What else?
You, shut up first, Sydney. You were your mother's favorite little daughter. Are you really willing to stay in the Shaw family with a father like me, who has no blood relation to you?
Dad, if you let me stay, I'll only have a father and no mother from now on.
Have you ever thought your biological father might be richer?
Mom, who is my biological father anyway?
It's...
Not so fast. Your biological father really is richer. Will you still stay in the Shaw family then?
Cynthia, do you think I'm a fool? If that's true, I'd definitely go find my biological father. Aren't you the same? Why else would you come back to the Shaw family?
Shocking, isn't it? The daughter the Shaw family raised for decades is not just a bastard, but quite a little piece of work.
I was truly wrong. If I'd known I'd raise such a piece of work like you, even if I had died back then, I would never have given birth to you. I've cherished and loved you for 20 years. I never expected you'd betray and sell me out just to stay in the Shaw family.
Love? You call that loving me? You only used me as a tool to please the Shaw family before Cynthia returned. I was the only heiress of the Shaw family. Everyone revolved around me. But once she returned, she stole all of Mom and Dad's attention. Dad, you have no idea how hard I've worked all these years. To pretend to be this kind person?
So, you've been faking it all along. I always thought you were a kind and well-behaved girl. I didn't realize your heart was so wicked.
Yeah, I was faking it. To stay in the Shaw family, I played the good girl for over 20 years. Cynthia lived in the garage. I planned it all myself. I threw her bags in the garage on purpose. Then I told Mom and Dad she wanted to stay there. Oops, the school said she bullied classmates. I had my friends spread those rumors. And this competition? I wanted to frame her so she could never hold her head up again.
All these years, I never knew you were like this.
There's a lot you don't know. She even broke the art supplies I saved up for. She swapped my paint for cheap stuff, putting me in the hospital with allergies. Right, my dear sister?
I was blamed, tricked by your hypocritical face for over 20 years, and I kept listening to your lies. It's hurt my own daughter. I'm such a fool.
It's all because of you. If you hadn't come back, I'd still be the family's beloved daughter.
Don't blame your malice on me. Your inherent selfishness and greed would have been exposed sooner or later, even without me.
That was wrong all these years. I believed the villain and let you get hurt. I'll make it up to you. I'll give you an allowance every month. So don't blame me anymore.
I don't need this pathetic compensation. Where were you when I was working hard to earn money? Now you want to make amends? The child is already dead. Now you want to help? You're only acting now that it's too late.
You think you're all that now? How much can a crappy painting even be worth?
Not much. Only 2 million.
2 million. If I'd known you were so capable, I would have brought you back sooner.
It's too late for regrets now.
The Shaw family owes you. Once I handle this, I'll definitely compensate you.
No need. The time I needed you most has passed. Everyone had a home when we were kids, but I didn't. I had no money for food and had to pick through trash. Back then, I wondered why my parents hadn't come for me. Later, I collected bottles and scrap to sell. While I was shivering on the roadside, a kind person took me to the orphanage. I also used to think, if dying would set me free. But then I remembered, my mom told me that day to wait for her by the road. So, I just waited and waited obediently. I waited for a long time. But she never came for me.
The day you went missing, your mother was the one who took you out.
I saw Mom leaving and followed her secretly. But I ended up seeing her hugging a strange man. She saw me and panicked, then told me to wait by the road. Mom, the rain that day was pouring down.
The rain had already stopped when you returned that day. When you heard Cynthia was missing, you flew into a rage. So you were the one who took her out. You lost her on purpose. You lost her on purpose.
She caught me in the act. I only meant to punish her a little and leave her outside for a bit, but when I went back for her, she was gone. I should actually thank you because you got lost. Your father went abroad for business in a fit of rage, which let me give birth to Sydney smoothly.
You woman! You're signing these divorce papers today no matter what.
No,
If you don't, I'll kick Sydney out immediately. Reclaim all the shares and freeze all your cards.
don't. Please don't. I'll sign.
From now on, you have nothing to do with the Shaw family.
Dad?
Just like your mother, get as far away from me as possible.
You should have seen this coming.